Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. I'm a professional astrologer. You can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. Click that little letter I in the corner of this video and the drop down card will bring you right to my website. So today I want to talk about the month of August, and I'll do this for each of the zodiac signs. But as a preference, I want you to take quick notes here and remember these things first, and then I'm going to get into each individual sign. Got quite a few things going on in August. I've got at least 20 things to talk about. But a couple of the main things that are going on that are very, very important is this whole month we still have Venus in her retrograde motion in the sign of Leo. And with Venus retrograde, this is that time period where we're reevaluating our values. We're reevaluating some love relationships and partnerships. And we really can be even working on our own self-esteem and our own values and the things that we value just personally about ourselves, because that Venus energy does represent very personal energy. All right, so keep that in mind when I talk about Venus throughout the specifics of each of these videos. And I also want to mention that in the first couple weeks, the first week's actually pretty much close to the first 10 days of August, we have quite a few planets at the final 1 or 2 degrees of each of their respective zodiac signs, and mainly it's Saturn at 28 Scorpio, Venus and Jupiter are both at the 28 and 29th degree of Leo. And when we have these energies, when planets are at the end of the zodiac signs, it creates a sense of urgency. So up until I talk about August 11th, before then, Venus and Saturn and Jupiter transits are all going to have a feeling of urgency around them. So just remember that, and let me get to the details of what's going on now. Okay? All right, Pisces, thanks for waiting. You didn't wait on anything, did you? All right, so this is for you who are Pisces, or those who are Pisces rising. So let's try and get really specific for you, because there's a lot going on here. So on August 1st, August 2nd, depends on where you live in the world, we do have Saturn. Saturn is all about rules and regulations and the foundations of things. He's stationary and he's finally going to move direct at 28 degrees of Scorpio. So there's this feeling that we have to finish something, this urgent feeling. It is in the 9th house for you. And so this is about, really trying to define what it is that you need for further education, if that is a situation in your life. Some people will use this energy and just do some traveling or make travel plans. Saturn will be in Scorpio just for a few more weeks, and then it will move out of this area and get back into your career sector. And we'll talk about that later, but in the meantime, not this month, but for next month. But in the meantime, making sure that you have all the education that you need to advance your career, or to do what it is that you're trying to do. That's important. That's the thing that will be showing up right now. You'll be feeling that tension if you haven't done it. If you have done it, then there's no tension to be felt. All the way through the 6th of August, though, we have Venus in the sign of Leo. She is retrograde right now, and so there is a video out there. I've already created another video on Venus retrograde, so go watch that as well. But what it represents is it's a reestablishing and looking at what we value and reevaluating what we value, reevaluating our financial situation and our relationships. Now Venus connects with Jupiter again, but as a retrograde planet on the 4th. She did it on July 1st. Here she does it on August 4th. And that makes a square aspect to Saturn. So that is from, let me look here, I'm looking at my notes right behind here. It is from the 6th house to the 9th house. So what am I doing in my everyday work? How am I bringing my finances, my passion? Mercury is in Leo as well, with Jupiter and Venus. And so all of these 3 planets in that 6th house of what my everyday activities are about, but also what am I passionate about, and how do I create passion, and what I love in everyday activities. It's making a 90-degree angle to this Saturn in the 9th house, which is about expanding my awareness and my higher education. So you can see there's a little problem here. Maybe you're having a hard time paying for schooling, or you haven't figured out what you want to do yet. There's a whole lot of different things going on, or there isn't enough time. This square aspect that happens between the 1st and the 6th of August, and even a little later than that, it will make this aware to you if there's an issue, and then with that you'll be able to create some change that you need, whatever is suitable for you. On August 8th, I'm going to move on. Mars moves into the sign of Leo, and again, so Mars will move into your 6th house, and that will activate that everyday routine, your job. The 6th house represents our job. It's also our health. So if you have anything going on with your health, you know, this early part of the month is an opportunity for you to actually work it, you know, figure out what that is, and set up some healthier habits. Jupiter has been in the 6th house for the last year, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Jupiter transiting through the 6th house when it was in Leo, you know, does represent, you know, typically represents good health, or if there is something that's wrong, we can get, we heal quicker, because Jupiter is about expanding and is very, very helpful. It's never detrimental. Now, on the 11th, it does move into the sign of Virgo, and it moves into your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. And I say Jupiter's never detrimental, but Jupiter does not like being in the sign of Virgo. Jupiter is the, you know, the big planet, is the one that's all about expansion. And Virgo is all about the little details. So you're going to be paying attention to a lot of little details in regards to your relationships and partnerships. And even with Venus in a retrograde motion, because Venus is in charge of that sector of the natural chart, you know, we are going to be paying a lot of attention to the relationships, especially those with Pisces rising. On the 14th of August, we do have a new moon in the sign of Leo. I will create a separate video for that, so subscribe and you'll be informed when that is up. It'll be probably within a week of the new moon, since I'll be on vacation right before that. That new moon in Leo will connect with Venus in Leo, and this does connect in your 6th house. So again, you're really needing to redefine what it is you value. So keep that in mind when you listen to the new moon video, because I won't do it by house. I'll only do the general forecast. But you know by house right now, it's in your 6th house of your everyday routine, your health, your work. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right, just a couple more things and we'll be done. Make this quick today. On the 23rd of August, the sun does move into the sign of Virgo, into your 7th house. On the 26th, the sun will make a conjunction to Jupiter in that same area. So your relationships, starting around the 11th, and for the whole month, and then for a whole year, but for the whole month while the sun is transiting through your relationship part of your chart, there is something very important going on here. So that's nice. You're going to be able to really fine-tune and just hone in on what is and is not working in your relationships. Even business partnerships are in chart, you know, are ruled by this sector as well. So there's a lot of fantastic ways to work with this Virgo energy in that 7th house. So be very detail-oriented with your partnerships and your relationships. Fantastic. Really get some major things accomplished in this month. On the 29th of August, we do have a full moon in the sign of Pisces. That will be in your 1st house. No, it's a full moon. I apologize. It's a full moon in Pisces. And again, I will create a forecast for that separately. A couple days later, on the 31st, the sun will be in an opposition to Neptune. Neptune is actually in the same place as the new moon. Oh gosh, I keep calling it a new moon. It's a full moon. The sun and the moon are in opposition. That's a full moon. I know, I'm just tired. So your 1st house and your 7th houses are activated with this full moon and with this Sun-Neptune opposition. So what do I want within a relationship? That's the 1st house, 7th house opposition key phrase. What do I want within a relationship? I don't know is what the answer is right now. We're going to have to wait a few days for the fog to clear. Neptune's pretty foggy. So the best we can do is just do lots of meditation, lots of spiritual practices. That's what you can do from the 29th to the 31st, but wait a few days after that to make any clear decisions, because we need the fog to clear a little bit. And on those few days with all that Neptune and Piscean energy present, the best we'll do is we'll sleep really late and we'll sleep a lot, and we just want to relax and not be too serious about anything, because this is your sign. So you have a full moon in your sign, and Neptune's in your sign, so it's all about, there's not a lot of boundaries with that. So it's going to be hard to figure that piece out until some stuff moves into Aries, so that'll be later. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, that way you're notified of all the new videos that are posted, and come to my website, nhastrologer.com. Become a member if you like. We get detailed forecasts, way more than this. You get a detailed forecast for every single day. Video forecast. I post it once a month, once a week, and I do every day. So anyways, thank you for that. If you'd like that guidance, it is there, nhastrologer.com. And thank you very much, and blessed be. And namaste. Namaste.